to me. Yeah.
I've often been credited with, having these grand ideas of people like, oh, Trevor, you're so smart. And then I'm like, who do you think teaches me? Who do you think has shaped me, nourished me, informed me? From my mom, my my aunt, all these black women in my life, but then in America as well. I always tell people, if you truly want to learn about America, talk to black women. Unlike everybody else, black women cannot afford to around and find out. Black people understand how hard it is when things go bad, especially in America, but any place where black people exist, when things go bad, black people know that it gets worse for them. But black women in particular, they know what shit is, genuinely. So black women who have taught me, all of them, the scholars online, the authors, everybody. I'll tell you now, do yourself a favor. You truly want to know what to do or how to do it, or maybe the best way or the most equitable way, talk to black women.
FOI, rules for the brothers. If you're a husband, treat her like you love her. And if you love her, you gotta be a fighter. So you can check every threat on arrival. That's on the Quran. That's on the Bible. We're gonna check every threat on arrival. On Muhammad, the Messiah. We're gonna check every threat on arrival.
We declare our right on this earth to be a man, to be a human being, to be respected as a human being by any means necessary.
This is my time?
It is your time.
Oh, I was letting Malcolm, when Malcolm speak, I shut up. The man has touched billions of people's lives. So when Malcolm speak, I just shut up and wait for you to finish. And then I'll say something. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you for the Johnny Bonner Show. Thank you for my street strategist here tonight. Thank you for my lawyer. And I don't know where my brother's at. I pray they come on. They might be doing something else, but I'm all right. Tonight is the night. We want to talk about knowledge, wisdom, understanding, freedom, justice, equality, food, clothing, shelter, love, peace, and joy. Marcy, send that link to your brother, because I meant to send it to him. He just come on. If you don't want to say nothing, he just can look. Send that link to your brother while he's sitting there. So again, ladies and gentlemen, he way in California, but I want to see it. So again, ladies and gentlemen, we want to talk tonight. We started by A Nation Can Rise No Higher Than His Woman. Tonight, rebuilding respect for women. Boy, that's perfect. Boy, man, my producer is getting better and better, ladies and gentlemen. I can't wait to give her a raise. My God. She say rebuilding respect for women in America, the Johnny Bonner Show. We need to all clap for that one. Donald Trump don't know he don't even know what that means. He don't even know what that look like. If he read that, he'll fall out because he have no respect for women. Thank you. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, there's a lot of stuff going on from Breonna Taylor, shot 31 times through her house while she was there. I got a song about it. All the casualties, and then we got Renee name in it, good. So we're gonna have at the end, and whatever the song doing is gonna do millions. The song is on fire. I want to get to one of our family members where we can open up a account so we have 30% of every dollar we make from that song goes to her. That's my choice. That's my choice. That's my choice. It's what I want to do. That's something I want to do, and the Spirit of God gave it to me because I do not like what I seen. I cried today for the first time. Took a while, but it came out when I was talking to a white guy, and I gave him my number. And he was a good white guy, and he said he come away from his racism when he was in the Army or the Navy somewhere, and he was sleeping side by side with Black and Hispanics, and they had to go to war together, and it made him snap. Marcia came back in again. It made him snap how ignorant he was for hating somebody for skin color. Anybody hates somebody for skin color is ignorant, is animalistic, narcissistic. They just silly. We hate somebody for what you do to people, because you think you better. When your skin color did that, it was you. So again, that's why Jesus said in John 8:44, you have your father, the devil. The lust of your father should do. He was a murdering bold, not in the truth, and there's no truth in him. Then answered the Jews. So again, this is in the Bible. I didn't put it there. I'm just responding and repeating it. So again, ladies and gentlemen, when you come to this show, we have solution. We're not a gossip column. I'm not knocking the gossipers. That's what they do, and they get paid millions for it. I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want it. I believe in God emphatically. And I believe God gonna give us anywhere from $20 to $100 million in the next 3 years from this show. Starting off with 25, 30. I believe that. I believe that in no limited time that God is going to give us what we need, because God knows I'm building 100 vocational schools for our children. I have to. 2 here in Houston, 2 in Dallas, 1 in Austin, 1 in San Antonio, then going down, Atlanta, 1 in New Orleans. We have to do this. 2 in Chicago. We have to do this, ladies and gentlemen. We can't keep sitting around waiting on these chumps, these animals, these robots, these devilish people. Barack got a law to get them out of there. He found the law, 2202. I'm going to get it where Catherine can post it up here where y'all can see it, where millions of people can see it, where we can go through the articles and stuff to get Donald Trump out the office. It's no more to talk about. When that man came on and lied in front of the whole country and said that man had to go to the hospital because a woman had injured him, that was completely out of order. That was outright lie. My angel coming on, my partner, Miss Queen of Preview. May God bless her and her beautiful daughter. Main Squeeze. Go by Main Squeeze by Dr. Brittany Adams in New Orleans. Go there. Go there and get you a juice, get you something to eat where you can be more healthier and more wealthy. So you won't be at CVS and Walgreens. That was a commercial. So again, ladies and gentlemen, I don't like what I seen. The vice president and the president allowing this young girl. And then somebody she ain't put nobody in the hospital. If that man went to the hospital, he only went to the hospital for one thing. He went to the hospital to go in to get somebody a card or some flowers. Because there wasn't nothing that Renee done to him. Nothing. Renee Nicole, nothing good. She did nothing to him in that manner. So we can stop that outright lie. It don't make sense. And Mr. President, Renee Nicole, and you, Jonathan Ross, you gonna get indicted. You're already indicted with God. You're already indicted. That's the spiritual indictment. God gonna get you worse than anything this court can do. But believe me, you're not getting away. You are a devil. You're an animal. You're narcissistic. You got systemic racism. And you are a real live animal. And God is going to get you, boy. You had no right to shoot in that truck 4 times. You meant to kill her. And you did it. 2 hit and 2 miss. You run over there. There was no reason to even run over there. The woman just turned the truck around. It was no reason. You wanted some confrontation. You did it a year ago. I hope Captain found it. Where you was beating on the door and the man got scared of you and pull off and drug you for a minute. So you psychologically, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, you psychologically already messed up, but you need a psychosocial assessment and a dianetic. So you was already messed up. So you ain't had no business out in the field, because any car come anywhere around you, you could trigger, and you triggered completely. You completely out of order. And Donald Trump is making it worse, him and Andrew, whatever the vice president's name, whatever he is, Vance. So, and all the other people that's lying to you, that woman didn't touch you, brother. We play floated. You didn't have to shoot now, brother. And you know, when did police start taking their telephone, videoing people? Why you have a camera on, body cam on? What was this for? When we started doing that? And when we started getting in front of cars? Everything you did was out of order. You created that whole scene. Everything happened. You created it. Brother Jonathan Ross, you done that. And you won't get away. Our sister Renee Cole, good. You're going to be good, sister. If everybody went to heaven, it was you. Because you spoke nicely and respectfully and told them people there was nothing wrong with you. And for you to back up and pull off, and for them to treat you like that, your beautiful 3 children, I, Johnny Bonder, Jr., Dr. David Jeremiah, I won't stop till that man get a life sentence. Not 40 years, he need a life sentence. That animal don't never need to be back in this world. And any other animal like him need to go with him. Because we got animals. We got animals around here. So it's pitiful that the president of the United States of America will come on national TV and outright lie in front of everybody. I'm so glad he did it. Now everybody know he's a habitual liar. And everything else is, I don't even want to say it. So I'm through with that. We're going to get started with the show. That was my intro to make you understand that when you come on this show, we're going to give you the truth. We're going to give you knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, freedom, justice, equality, food, clothing, shelter, love, peace, and joy. If you want to go to them shows where they wilding out and doing all the dumb stuff and fighting, throwing pies in your face and sleeping with you, go. You've been going for years. You ain't getting nothing out of it. It's just a pile of junk. You don't get nothing out of it. Do something to make yourself better. Get wisdom. Go in Proverbs. God gave Solomon more wisdom than anybody on planet Earth and the riches. So go to Proverbs. It's 31 of them, one a day. You can read 2 if you want to, but it's one a day. So may God bless you. May God keep you. Mr. President, I know you think I'm insignificant. And I know you think I'm some little black boy. But God said he'll take the foolish things of the world to confound the wise. And I can promise you, you coming down. God gonna bring you down. Either the Senate and the rest of them gonna do it and impeach you for all the wrong you done and put us in debt and all the lies you done told. Because if they don't, God will. May God bless you. Keep going. Keep trying to distract from them Osteen files, because that's what you're doing. You running distraction. You trying to start a war. You ain't gonna start one with China, because you know that's suicide. Because they got arsenal 15 years in the front of us. So thank you very much. May God bless you. May God keep you. Ladies and gentlemen, you've seen it for yourself. The President of the United States and the Vice President, 2 habitual liars. That ought to tell you what you voted for. If that don't wake you up, nothing will. Let's get started with our first clip. After the clip, we can bring all our people on. Thank you so much.
Welcome, everyone, to the Johnny Binder Show. Again, today's subject is rebuilding respect for women in America, because we do have some great divide, and a lot of issues. But I think, in my estimation, we as sisters can't wait on everybody. We got to start rebuilding ourselves. So there we go with that. But I know you said that you wanted to start with a meme you found about Jamal Bryant. So that's where we will
I would
start.
love to start there. I want to get that straight.
There you go.
Read it. Read it.
It says Pastor Dwayne Rich. No, is that it? Dewan Rich calls Pastor Jamal Bryant a bisexual and a pimp with a no good wife.
I'd like for you to Google him, fan his church, while I'm going to speak about him, if you can, and fan that. Marcy, Catherine, where y'all can send it to each other. I want that, Joe Kelly. I'm very upset that this pastor would do that. I don't give a damn what you got to say about him. He helped us shut down Walmart over billions of dollars. The man have done more than any pastor in America right now. Any pastor in America has not done what he done to fight against the system. So the man is right up under. We know Farrakhan up here, so he been fighting for 70-something years. But little Jamal has come and stood tall. I met him the other day, and I told him to keep going. And I'd be damned if I let any pastor say something about this man. If you think he bisexual, you think his wife or whatever, then brother, go over to the church and talk to him. New birth. You know where he at? You ain't got that many people, and you trying to get some publicity? What you doing? Don't do that, brother. That ain't how that go. If you got something to say to your brother, you pick the phone up or you go where he at. You all the way out of line, man. You completely out of order. That ain't my subject today, but I want y'all to stop doing that, man. Even if it was true, you snitching. You dry snitching. So again, if you got something against the brother, go and talk to him. And y'all get it straight and stop bringing it to the media. Who you telling this to? Massa? Come on, man. Don't be no house nigga. Thank you. Take it off, Captain.
Okay. So Dewan is Mr. Pastor Rich is a pastor at Victory Temple Church.
You know him, Joe Kelly?
No, I don't know him, but I can make a comment on that. So, look, man, like you said, Dr. Bryant, look, he talks about it and he be about it in his shows. You understand? He got them to boycott Target. He put on those boycotts. Now, just like with anything else, you'll have people try to ride them coattails regardless of what gets them the attention. And that's the problem with some of these pastors today. They attention whores, and you want to piggyback on this, but not knowing that you tearing down a man that's really about what he said he was going to do, and he has done that. And he's the one making positive strides, for our community.
That's right.
Instead of tearing another man down on piggybacking on some bullshit, in my opinion, whatever his wife's wearing, damn all of that. This man is making the actual moves. He ain't talking about it, he's being about it. And that's where it counts. All the other shit, is distractions. And he's only adding to another distraction. They want to see us tear each other down anyway. So why you want to feed into that anyway, man? So
in other words, you saying, Joe Kelly, he's adding to the distraction.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
All he doing. That's all he's doing, and it's unfortunate. Unfortunately, that crab in the barrel bucket, that mentality. But hey, man, if you don't really got nothing good to say, you understand, you can keep that to yourself. You have your own congregation. Keep that within your own congregation if that's the case. But you don't go out and just tear people down in public. Keep your opinions to yourself. I mean, it's really not, in my opinion. I didn't believe it was that serious of an issue. I mean, they were going to a certain type of party, and regardless of the fact, I don't think one thing has to do with the other. Now maybe you can call me being new school or whatever, but I ain't new school. I grew up in the church. I grew up raised by black grandmothers and my mother. Look, I understand. Made that ain't no appropriate time for church now, but that's not where they were at. So, but irregardless, you don't want to attack a man's character on something like that.
I agree with that, and I just want because this gonna go viral anyhow. But I want it out there that when Catherine chop it up, I want Jamal to know I stand with him, and I mean that. And anybody come against him, I'm gonna go at him. I don't want to. I don't care about nothing. I know what I see. He fighting against the system for us, and then helped us. No, I don't see no mega pastor nowhere joining him, going forward, helping us shut down Target.
Yeah.
Not General, Dollar General. I think that's next. So I ain't into that. And anybody say something about him, I'm gonna come after you. I'm coming. So if you want to talk, we can all fly to Atlanta, go in his office, go in the conference room, and let's talk. But coming on here talking about that man's wife and him, he a pimp and she's you out of line, brother, and you adding fuel to the fire. You playing right in Donald Trump's hand. Donald Trump want us shooting and killing and fighting and killing each other where we can keep our mind off him and Austin. See? And he went over there 8 times. That's what they say. Huh? And once we see him kissing little girls in the mouth, I done put it up. So again, man, get off of that. Please leave that alone, brother. And Catherine, get his phone number where I can call him tomorrow. I want a person to talk to him and ask him to stop that, man. Or we boycott your church. Thank you. Let's go. Give me a clip.
You are such an inspiration to so many women around the world, especially dark-skinned women. I resonate with Fenty Beauty so much, and you made this brand for women that look like me, and you were the first brand to do it. Such a big deal, you know, you're Rihanna, you've built an empire, you've done the things, you've been a mom. My question for you is, what advice would you give to Black women and Black young girls around the world that are trying to make something out of nothing?
Wow, trust your gut, be as patient as God ordered you to be. You are resilient. Your tenacity is unmatched. You are creative. You are intelligent from birth. And you can do and conquer anything in this world. That's why you were made a Black woman.
Okay, Fenty Beauty, what's tea? Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, and who's gonna...
Catherine, you did good because I sent you a bunch of them, but I didn't send you that one. You got that one on your own. So let me clap for you again. You did. And I like when you brought it on when the nation was marching for the woman, saying if you love your woman, this is what you do. This is how you protect her. So you're doing good. You're doing damn good. And you need a raise. And soon as I get one, I'm going to give you one. So thank you. Joe Kelly, what you think about that?
Hey man, she's speaking those facts. Rihanna, of course, beautiful. We all know, but intelligent, and she's people really. I mean, damn the beauty. What I love to see is the business mind state of a black woman. My mother, she went to college at 17 years old out of LeBeau, Louisiana, the daughter of a sharecropper, and made it to be an accountant. It's just not the beauty with black women, just the brains. And Rihanna had the brains and the business savvy to seek out a market that was not being paid attention to, which is black women, okay, and women that look like her and look like our family members. And she was able to peep that niche out, and essentially she capitalized on it. But yes, she gives back. She found that void, and I would prefer, and I love the fact that a black woman found that void, other than some of these white corporations that tend to find voids and needs in our community to profit off of, when in this case we have a black woman that's making the profit off of our needs. And who else better than to know our needs than us ourselves?
You couldn't have said that no better. I appreciate you for saying it like that. I can't add nothing to it, but I agree. You said it all because she inspired me. I love her, and I love her brand. What she doing? She bringing in more culture into her people, and she not trying to save her people and wake up women because, like Catherine put up here, rebuilding respect for women in America and all over the world. Yeah, so we'll start at home, then go abroad, but all over the world. But again, I won't leave the subject alone because I snapped to something today, and it was very deep. I was talking to a brother that I just joined his company, made me a COO to his company. I wish I'd have sent him the link tonight. I'm so upset that I didn't. But Claiborne, he said something made so much sense, and he opened me up. He made me go to thinking. I said, a nation rise no higher than its woman. And then God used me right after that. Some hit me. And I said, in a time you disrespect a woman, and I've been saying this for 30 years, you disrespect God. Yeah. God said, you're right, Jeremiah, but it's one more thing that you ain't been saying. And it came to me, and God said, if you got the X and Y chromosomes, male and female, and she has the double X, then Jeremiah, the X and Y is male and female. And you the first self of God, she the second self of God. You was here before her. Wait a minute. What you saying, God? So when we disrespect woman, you disrespected me, God. I agree, Jeremiah. But Jeremiah, she comes from you. Woman, W-O-M-A-N, women, W-O-M-A-N, her, H-E-R, she, S-H-E, female, F-E-M-A-L-A. Oh my God. So now I want to put this in a rap song. When you disrespect a woman, any woman, you disrespect God. And when you disrespect a woman, you only disrespect God, you disrespect yourself, black man, because you're the original man. So that's your woman. Why would you disrespect her? So you disrespecting God and yourself. And a nation rise no higher than his woman. And all you been hurt. I done been hurt. But I ain't hurt till I hate. I don't want people no more. No. Because I'm man enough to accept any woman walking away from me. Because I have favor. I don't have that problem. When Anita Baker threw the scarf, I caught it. Went over to the hotel, met her at the bottom. And she had about 10, 15 other people with her. And then I had my entourage. And I asked her where she was going. I said, okay, I'm going to go on tour with you. She said, come on. I supposed to start in Dallas with her and kept on going. But I was so crazy at the time and I had so much money, I didn't go. And when Bobby slapped Whitney and we went to the house in front of the prophetess, he begged her to come back and she said no. So after he left out, Sherelle, thank God, I went to turn and she said, you come back and get me. Ladies and gentlemen, if I'd have been strong as I am now, I'd have came right back. But I was dealing with Bobby and I shouldn't even dealt with him. And she'll be live today. I'm going to give one MGT, go overseas, pay her $3,000 to $5,000 a month, just to work with her, walk with her, talk with her. And when she finished, give her back to me, then I'll do it. That's what I was going to do. Now I'm going to come back over here as a bodyguard and kept our personal life secret. Her mother came home and said, I don't care who he is. I need him back here because he's the first man I've seen getting my jaw off drugs. It's in the Globe magazine. Every word I just said. And I'm not doing that because I got swagger. I'm doing it because I got favor. And my favor comes directly from God. See, swagger run out. Favor don't run out because it comes from God. So you swagger kitchen. Y'all keep going for the swagger. I'm gonna keep going to God. And I will be successful for the rest of my life because the God I serve is in me. He up in no sky. Greatest heat is in me than he's in the world. So Joe Kelly, we've been tricked with this God thing. Got us scanning the sky. He's not up there, Joe.
Well, yeah.
He the supreme being. You the
Mm.
human being. And the being is the enter God that's in you. If God wasn't in you, you wouldn't be alive. He the life giver. If he the life giver, then where he at? He with the life he gave.
Oh, right here.
Well, most people don't know that, Joe. I didn't know it. For over 20 years, I didn't know it. I was blind, deaf, and dumb. They had me scanning the sky for Superman, Spider-Man, somebody. Here he come, here he come.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they tricked us and still tricking us. So again, ladies and gentlemen, until we respect women, rebuilding respect for women in America and all over the world, Johnny Binder Show. Marcy, you want to say anything about that? Whether they own or not, Queen, bring them up. I don't care if they own or not. I want them up. All of them, whoever it is.
I'm here. I was going in and out of sound,
Okay.
but I'm in the comment section clapping and shouting. So I'm agreeing with everything everybody's saying. For me, we're talking about rebuilding respectable women in America. But I think that we're rebuilding. I can't think of a time that we wasn't already built, you know. I think that there has been a shift. The stuff going back to I want to kind of go back to like the stuff that Rihanna said a couple of days ago. I don't know, maybe Saturday. There were the Golden Globe Awards, and Tiana Taylor won like Best Actress or Supporting Actress or something. And at the end of which resonated, I'm saying this because it resonated with the stuff that Rihanna was just saying. At the end of the her speech, you know, she was shocked. She couldn't believe she won, and all these other kind of things. She was saying that black women, or she said brown to my brown sisters, to my brown girls, you belong in every room that you're walking in. And I know for me, looking at the Rihanna stuff, Rihanna, what she was saying, and looking at what Tiana Taylor, you know, that's been going viral. Her speech has been going viral. Um, a lot of times because we know as black women that we are not, you know, I know you know Dr. Jeremiah, but Malcolm X said we're the least protected, the least respected women. We already know that. So a lot of times, even us walking in rooms, we know we belong in there. We just sometimes don't even want to be in there because we know the fight that we have to even prove with other people don't even have to prove they belong in the room. So I look at the word rebuilding, which I think that's such a powerful word in connection with what we're talking about today, because I think that there hasn't been a time that we weren't built, but I do feel like with the greatness of us understanding that we have to build our own, I think our building looked a little differently over the past few decades. So I'm agreeing with what everyone is saying. I think that especially two black men that are sitting in here, because it's very rare, and I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it that that black men are the first to stand up and say about, you know, they talk a lot about our booty, but they don't talk about the beauty. They don't talk about our brains. They don't talk about our strength. They don't talk about our tenacity, our resilience, our intuition, our gifts, you know. And a lot of times, even as women, we have somewhat lowered our standards to the booty just so you can see us, because we know that's what a lot of people see. And so when they see us, so I'm just agreeing with what everyone is saying here.
Okay, and I agree with you, Marcy. When I got put the title up there, I was thinking the same thing. I was like, I don't know of a time when we were really ever built for the whole or respected in that way. We've scraped and fought for every little piece that we have gotten. But I think I said earlier, a couple of days ago, when we start talking about Renee Good, is that we have to remember that our white sisters, if we go back to chattel slavery time, they were property too. Women and children were property, a different type of property. White women and children were a different type of property than we were, but property nonetheless. So they didn't have rights either. So, it looks a little different because we know who affirmative action was crafted for, but, still the same song, your blues ain't like mine type of thing going on. But basically, it's the same scenario. The respect has never truly been there because it was never in the infrastructure to begin with.
Well, Catherine, I agree with mostly everything you're saying, but I can't give white women that much credit because first of all, I give them they was in property. They were more like precious cargo. Okay, that's
Yeah, but I'm
and,
talking like business wise.
and I know historically, white women have been, and I don't want to get on here, and I go viral for saying the stuff I'm saying because then I have to really show my face. But I know that white women historically have been the cruelest.
They had it better than us.
They had it better. But the way in treatment, white women historically have been known to be the cruelest slave masters, the cruelest people, the black women historically, because we looked at white women in the past as like, you're over here with no rights too. So obviously you're kind of like us, and they were the first ones to turn on us, the first ones to treat us. And even I'm going to take it even up to 2024 during the election. White women have always been known to go against their interests. And so they voted heavily against their interests just to keep the family position. Because one thing I think that is different that they see above how we see, and it's all dealing with systemic racism, of course, but white women put family ahead of self. And so they went and protected the family on November 5th, even though it was largely against them. I kind of feel like when it comes to black women, the difference that I see with black women from everyone else in regards to race, and I'm including black men in that, and I'm not making this a black man versus, I'm talking about the vision.
Right.
Black women worked in the house, the White House, and black men worked on the white jobs. So I feel like black men always wanted to be equal. But because we were in the house, we already knew we was ahead. We saw how they were behind closed doors.
Right.
We see the nastiness. And I don't mean because they don't use towels and those kind of stereotypes. I'm talking about the nastiness of the heart.
Right.
And everything else too. Like we see like, oh, y'all don't really wash your food like that. Okay, y'all. We knew, and I'm saying this because I come from a lineage of like my grandmother was born in 1886. My father was born in 1927. And so he was 52 when he had me. And so I was always around aunts that were already born like in the 100 years ago. All of my if my father was still alive, he died a couple of years ago, he would have been almost 100. He would have been 98 years old this year. And so, and he's the baby. So all of his sisters kind of raised me, and I would hear them talk because they were housekeepers. And they was like, ugh, them white people just so, ugh. Like we didn't want the association because they saw them on a personal level. So when it came to our fight for equality, we fought because our men wanted it. Not because I feel like, because we really didn't want it because we already didn't see us as equal. We see us as above.
That part.
I know my house was better than their house. I don't care how big and pretty that yard is. My house was better than their house because I see what they live like. I see how they act. I see how they move. when black men got to work, that's when they saw them. But now we're at work, we're making money, and they're making more money than us. Their decisions, their things is not, they're more valued than I am at work. And so we kind of stood by our men in that fight for equality. White women stood by their men in their fight for not being equal. As long as the men were, the family wins, that's how they saw themselves winning. I just kind of feel like it just never was that same equality in our, with our men and women. They you know, the Willie Lynch letter taught them how to do it. It explained in there how to do it. If you take that as real literature, which I do. So I just kind of see that. I just for me, I need white women to stand up for about 4 or 5 decades before I believe them. Because I have never really known a time in longevity of history where they were not the evil sisters. They were. I have always just viewed them as, and then there's always, and I'm speaking generally. Of
Right.
course, you have your. I look at Susan B. Anthony and Ida B. Wells. Susan B. Anthony was racist. And she, I mean, it's just if you believe the history of what some people have said, she was completely not for black women getting rights. She was for white women getting rights and was world famed for that. But the way the history was kind of rewriting her is like it's women rights, but she really didn't care about black women rights, which is why her and Ida B. Wells was kind of like, all right, sis, they're cis, but I kind of feel like they're a little bit evil cis. That's how I kind of look at them. So that's, I'm saying all of that to say, you know, I just can't give them cis equal cis to me because I know the history of white women.
Right. And I wasn't saying equal. I
How
was
I
just
see
saying
it.
that we
I
were
can say
all
it like that.
qualified as property. So whatever the white male hierarchy is, we all had a place in that. So,
I
you
know I
know,
went on a tangent and everybody
no,
quiet. My
that's
bad.
okay.
Did I make
That's
some?
all
Did I say
right.
some things
That's all
wrong and
right.
now we kicked off?
But you kind of queued us up for the next video. And I'm going to go ahead and put that on because I think that's a little bit about what Miss Crockett is talking about and her experience. Give me 1 second here.
Well, when I was running for HD 100, I was outspent 5-1. I had $100,000. My opponent had $500,000. Wow. But I had the people that rocked with me. In addition to that, I was a criminal defense attorney. So I went to the trap houses, y'all. I knocked on the doors and I registered folk. Because guess what? Whether you in the trap house or you in the White House, your vote counts the same in this country. Yeah. So I need y'all to make sure that we don't leave anybody out. Because at the end of the day, these policies will affect all of us.
I think he was trying to get great.
Oh, yeah. There we go. Go. Didn't want to go on the 50. So, Minister, thoughts?
That one.
Pardon me?
You was finna ask a question, right? About what Miss Jasmine just said?
Yes, sir.
Give it to Joe Kelly. Let me see what he's gonna say.
Yeah, she's speaking the truth. I mean, we talking about getting reelected. You know, that's what I did for the first 10 years of my legal career was in criminal defense as well. I know Jasmine to be very sharp. Um, but I mean, as far as what she was speaking on in that clip, I mean, look, Jasmine is, we talking about strong black women. I mean, this is one of the most intelligent, educated black women in the country, and she speaks her mind. And I love that the fact that she doesn't really give a damn about what anybody else says or thinks about her. And that's, I mean, that's something, a power that only a black woman can have. and it's beautiful to watch. Coming from me, I love to watch it. I love to watch her in action because at the end of the day, kind of like what you were saying, Marcy, she knows she better than them. Okay, she knows she's more educated. She knows she's been through way more to get to the position where she's at. And so when you get to that point and you've worked as hard as she's worked to get to the position that she's in, shit, you could don't give a damn about what anybody says because your resume speaks for itself. And they're through all they could say how your delivery is and how you come across and all of that. But at the end of the day, you cannot take away all of her accomplishments, her education, her skill, and her complete track record as a whole. So I love it. Every time I see Jasmine, I love it.
But they do try, don't they?
Oh, they try all day. That's what they go through. I mean, look at you. And that's hey, that's why I love to watch it because she'll throw it smooth right back in their face.
Speaking of
That's
great
why
choices.
I love her. I feel like I love that the fact I can always tell when somebody has reached a level of not just celebrity but of accomplishment when they don't have to code switch.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yes.
Like she no longer is about to play with you. She is going to be unapologetically Jasmine Crockett.
Mhm.
And so she doesn't get in there and code switch. She doesn't get in there and try to fix her language and speak academia, the standard American English academia. She sounds highly intelligent. She sounds like she can read the room, whether it's a Webster dictionary or a Bravo series she's reading. And so I love. I saw her. She was at this event I was at on actually the Phi Beta Sigma Founders Day, and she spoke there, and that was a Friday, Saturday, one of those days, and so she definitely like brought in her 2 minute spiel brought the house down over there at 5015, and it was she is just she's iconic. She is truly iconic.
Okay. Y'all brought up a good point about her not
And
being
that other
afraid
fool on
to
the
check
screen right
those
there,
and read the
the
rules.
direct opposite.
We're gonna play this real quick. This is a good example
Jasmine
of that.
Crockett, a low IQ person. They have AOC's low IQ. You give her an IQ test, have her pass like the exams that I decided to take when I was at Walter Reed. That was a very hard, they're really aptitude tests, I guess, in a certain way, but they're cognitive tests. Let AOC go against Trump. Let Jasmine go against Trump.
What is his IQ? Because he is
Yeah.
constantly talking about, he doesn't even know what a low IQ is. He don't even know which scores are low. And I can guarantee you that whatever score, if he's taken one anytime recently, I'm sure that his qualifies as low. Listen, he's never been known to be an Einstein. This is not a guy who got in on merit when it came to going to college. This is someone who, but for him being born with a silver spoon, probably wouldn't have got into anybody's institution, unlike me. So, I am not worried about that. And I wish people would look at the fact that you have a president of the United States who consistently is obsessing over two women of color that are members of the House. You are the president. You have a lot more power than we do, but obviously you consistently feel threatened. And that is why we have seen the attacks on Black women in general from this administration. I don't know what Black woman hurt him in his past, honey, but it is really taking him through it. But I really wish, for the sake of this country and honestly for the sake of the world, that he would focus on his real job and stop worrying about me.
Come on,
Well, y'all, Minister.
I agree with her 1,000%. He been after her, and like Marcy said, like Joe Kelly said, she's a baby Malcolm X to me. So I love her. She's our girl, Sister Soldier, when she used to go hard.
Yeah.
So yeah. So again, I love her, man. Viola Davis, when she spoke the other day, and if you have that tape anywhere, you can find it. I like for Marcy them to hear it. Viola Davis spoke so beautiful to a judge in a movie, and the judge said, "Don't waste your time with that rhetoric." And she said, "Judge, these happen to be your words that you spoke." And she kept on reading it, showing of the racism in America and how disrespectful these people are. They have no honor and respect for their own mother and father. That's why God said, your days will be long if you honor your mother and father. He was not just talking about your biological mother and father. He was talking about your genetic mother and father too, which is us. We the spiritual part. They the genetic part. So again, the black woman and the black man, most of them don't even know who they are. All life comes from us. The Caucasian people are our children. Spiritually. That's a fact. So whoever don't like it, then call God. Don't call me. So again, that's what it is. So she is so intelligent. The president them put special people on this girl, trying to cross her out, catch her up in a lie. They can't do nothing with her. She got favor and she's smart. And she's gifted. And she's ours. Thank you.
Okay, Minister, thank you for those remarks. I think this is a good time to take a break. And then we will be right back, fam, with more of the Johnny Binder Show. Y'all, please keep your comments going on Facebook and YouTube. We love to hear from you. Like to know what you think. If you're watching this on replay, especially give us a thumbs up. Or if you feel compelled, we'll take a thumbs down. We just want to know that you're out there watching. All right. So let me get up here. And we'll just take a little short break. So, Johnny Binder Show is all about saving the children and anchoring our communities. That's why we do what we do.
You're helping me, Captain, all the rest of us, saving lives.
To me, yeah.
So that y'all celebrate us and help us open up vocational schools and save our kids and our kind. You don't want to do that. You want to sit in the back like a house nigga, a coon, and do what you do. Because I have 5,000 heaven-making angels around me. And anybody come against me, God is going to destroy them. I can name all the people that come at me. God has destroyed them, has created problems in their family.
Yeah.
So again, ladies and gentlemen, what I'm saying to you is that the black woman is the mother of earth. She has melanin in her skin, right here, melanin. The sun is her friend, not her enemy.
Yeah. Yeah. Listen to me. Yeah.
90% of your crew is snitching. Get out the game. Whatever money you got, go open some kind of business. If you don't know how to open a business, do what my partner did. He gave his money to the restaurant owner. Now he rich because the restaurant owner paid him every month. He invested like half a million with it. And now he out of Galveston. So now he get rich. Him and his wife got a big home. They come out of Texas University. If you ain't an entrepreneur, invest your money with a D or with Catherine, whoever doing business. With me, I'm going to build 90 townhouses. I need 2.5 right now. So again, invest your money with somebody you can trust. Get out the game. If you don't get out the game, you're going to prison. And 85-90% of the time you do, when you get out, you'll be dead.
Yeah.
It's not worth it. So this Johnny Binder talking to you.
Listen to me. Yeah.
I have to hold him back because this dude be on go. Like go. go. So I know y'all gonna enjoy his content. So make sure you follow the Johnny, but it's not the Johnny Binder, but Johnny Binder Show on YouTube and Twitch. So yeah, he's gonna be streaming like y'all ain't seen this dude. Like he put in the work for real, and that's why I rock with him. He really do put in the work in the community. A lot of people talk that community. 90% of your crew is snitching. Whatever money you got, go over some kind of business. You do not open and do what my partner did. He gave it money.
Yo, this song.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you. A whole lot going on. Got Joe Killer up here, the lawyer. Got his new symbol up here. I don't know where Marcy went, but everything just jumped up here. I don't know what's going on. There she go. This thing just started acting out itself. And I want to thank y'all for being here, helping me with this show.
I have to keep logging in and out because whenever you guys change from one thing, I lose the sound, and I can only get the sound if I log off and log back in. So I apologize.
Okay. Did you put it on your computer like I asked you?
I can say yes, or I can tell the truth.
I'm not Donald Trump. You don't have to lie for me. He like people lying for him. If something happened, I just sent it to Captain, but she didn't pay attention to it. It's Willie D got a show, and I sent it to Captain. I want to show some of it. The people told.
What's up, family? We got 10 people.
Okay, let me find it. Let me find it so that people have good quality.
Yes, that's what I'm find it. Trump flipped off on worker who exposed him. He went all the way off on him. One of the workers,
Ms.
Joe
Catherine,
Kelly,
you over there really producing this show. You're doing a good job.
he exposed him, man. He
I
exposed
say that
him.
now. I can't hear anything else now.
No, he don't give a damn. And
you know, hey Joe, you know he gonna find him, but he gonna get rich because the people gonna support him.
It's crazy.
He told on him.
Yeah.
He coming out of there, man. I can promise you.
Well, you better come on with it, because right now he think he untouchable.
That's what he think, but it's coming. He doesn't see when he lied on national TV and say the man went to the hospital and lied and said that Renee Nicole Good had something to do with the man going to the hospital. That was it, man.
Yeah.
Y'all kill her, then lie on her. If you went to the hospital, officer Jonathan Ross, if you went to the hospital, you must took some flowers to somebody, or a card, or a hate speech, because trying to find somebody in the hospital you can run over when they come out, because you ain't no good, man. You shot at that woman 4 times, hit her 2. It was not necessary. You're completely out of order. And you will be indicted. You're already indicted with God. And you will get indicted. You're not getting away. Not this time. Donald Trump is not God. He can't save you. He can't save himself. He got 34 felonies. And he got another one coming. Come on, Catherine. You found it?
No, I was working on resolving your Facebook issue, but we can go ahead and move on to this next clip, and then we'll come back. So this is an update on Renee Nicole Good's unaliver. Can't think of anything else to call him right now.
You are such an inspiration to so many women around the world, especially dark-skinned women. I resonate with Fenty Beauty so much, and you...
Let me apologize for that. That was my eyes. Oh, God. Here we go.
You know, it really breaks my heart what happened to that young lady out there in Minnesota, Renee Good. And you guys know that Jonathan Ross, which is the guy who actually took the young lady's life. He committed a felony. He committed a crime. He was doxxed by his own boss, and now they have him in protective custody. 2 or 3 dozen of agents, ICE agents, pulled up to his residence recently, went into his home, took out a bunch of boxes, a whole lot of items, basically moved him out and took him to a more secure location along with his Asian wife. Think about that for a second. An ICE agent who was supposed to be keeping foreigners out actually has a foreign wife. And I know wherever they got Jonathan Ross at and his wife, whatever location they got them at, they got their phones, they watch their social media. Jonathan's wife is seeing his last words to Renee Good when he called her a effing bitch. You know she gonna leave him. It's just a matter of time. As a social media influencer myself, with almost 2 million followers on Facebook, 200,000 on TikTok, 1 million on YouTube, combined with my YouTube channels. I got millions of followers on multiple platforms. And when I do something wrong, I take the heat. I get a lot of backlash. But the type of backlash that he is getting, he might as well just take that weapon, you know. But, here's the thing. He's in protective custody now because he's scared for his life. The people that he worked for is scared for his life because what he did was wrong. You don't have to run and hide when you're in the right. All you got to do is wait till it settle. But he's hiding. They're hiding him because they want to protect him. But they did not protect Renee Good. Why didn't they show that same energy to protecting Renee Good when she lost her life? The same protection that they showing the ICE agent who filmed himself unaliving her and claimed that she tried to run him over or hit him with her SUV when she clearly did not hit him with the SUV. This is another cover-up, guys. Another cover-up that's going to be swept under the rug. But I tell you what, when that indictment come down and they send you to prison, protective custody or not, everybody inside the prison system is an inmate, is a criminal. You got criminals in protective custody. They're going to get you. No matter what you do, they're going to get you. And the only reason why that you're safe right now, because you're surrounded by criminals who's protecting you, who actually support you. Those ICE agents are criminals. They don't have the right to get a warrant to go into no one's home. They don't have a right or a warrant to search your vehicles. Those are border patrols. They're not even supposed to be patrolling the cities. The stuff that's going on is illegal. That's the reason why Kristi Noem is under blast right now. That's the reason why JD Vance, his day is coming. I promise you, it's just a matter of time.
That's right.
It's a matter of time. Kristi Noem is already finna get her justice. And she better hope that she don't get street justice, because the woman who lost her life, along with the other people who lost their lives in the hands of ICE, they're human beings. Y'all day's coming, man. But that's a real coward move for the government to put that murdering coward in protective custody to protect him. Why didn't y'all protect Renee Good? Answer that question.
That's right.
You cowards.
That's right. Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. I don't know who that is. I'm going to study him, Joe. Tomorrow.
Yeah.
He got my salute.
Yeah.
He got my salute. What you think about him, Joe?
He's speaking that truth, man. He 100%, you know. Hey man, shit, we living in some crazy ass times right now. I mean, essentially, and what he's saying is, about, of course, you know, they protected. That's why they're able to move, and that's why they act like how they act, man. It is all coming from the head of the snake. You know what I'm saying? It's all coming from the top, and that behavior, once that behavior is made to seem as okay, then that's what brings it out of everybody else who essentially they've been waiting for this opportunity to act on, which we all know how they all really feel, those type of people, and then you put them in authoritative positions, okay, with this you give them power, and really excuse me, you're giving them power, and then power that's not being checked, that's not, that there's no, it's not being governed really. I mean, it's being governed by the man that's really giving them this out of control power to do what, essentially act on their emotions, act on what they feel, which is, of course, we all know not right. And to do something like this with no repercussions, they're protecting them. They're lying for this man. They're lying. They're telling us things that we seen with our own two eyes. That it's crazy. Like the old saying, you pee on my head and tell me it's rain. It's insane. It's crazy times we living in. Um, and it makes me scared for my children. The way that things are going, and the way that, because I tell people all the time as well, when it comes to this president, I mean, it's the we he has the we got he's got when he got those Supreme Court justices. That's what's really discerning to me, because those that is the court, that's supposed to be our checks and balances. That's the power that's supposed to be able to stop this foolishness. And once he has them, and that's why he's able to get away with this foolishness, man. And I mean, it's just setting up a bad president all the way, all around.
You spoke the truth, man. I'm so glad you're here tonight. I ain't got to say it by myself. The
Yeah.
brother spoke. Uh, the brother gave me some stuff. I didn't know they've been hiding him. I
Yeah.
figured they would, but they hiding him because this case is worse as George Floyd. We can play with it if we want to, man. The whole world seen this, man.
Yeah.
Ray Charles seen it from the graveyard. Stephen Wonder said, yes, sir. So ain't no talking about we didn't see it. That woman did not hit him. She backed up away from him and went the other way. Now, the other man had his arm on the door. The door might have touched his hand. That was it. But the man with the gun and the telephone, it wasn't even necessary. It was crazy. It's all get out. So, again, ladies and gentlemen, what they done to our sister was completely out of order. 37 years old, 3 children, and this low-down rotten DA or lawyer today. I said, you look like Renee Nicole Good. But I said Renee Good. And this woman say, that lesbian? So she would let me know she need to be dead. So I couldn't say nothing back to her, Joe, because she jumped off the elevator. But ma'am, if you ever see this show, let me tell you what I was going to say to you. I don't give a damn what you say about her. She don't supposed to be dead.
Yeah.
And she got 3 children. So she wasn't too much lesbian.
Got
She
killed
made
in
love
front
to a
of her.
man.
And she got in front of her partner. Can you imagine that? You understand? Right there, with her head blown off.
Yeah. So again, I don't care nothing about her sex preference. That's on God. But what I do care about is taking her life and taking her life. Say the word M-U-R-D. So take her life. So again, that was completely out of order. I can't wait to put this rap song out. Oh my God, we're gonna murder it. And there's no way it's gonna be stopped. And Mr. Trump, that's gonna bring you down. You keep on all these shooting people, starting wars, going to get people out that country. You can do all that. I know you looking for you trying to keep the media going. Where you can sell Joel Osteen, you what you did over there to them little girls, the 8 times you went over there. But it's gonna come out. You're not getting away. You're gonna be impeached. You're already impeached by God, but then America gonna impeach you. And you're gonna be the worst president ever in the history of time. And then we'll put you on a plane and fly you away, where you can go to whatever country you want to go to, because you ain't gonna stay here. You're gonna be too embarrassed. We're going to watch you. You might become suicidal. So we're going to watch you when all this stuff come on you. Because you're sick, you're narcissistic, you're an animal in that White House. And 27 psychiatrists said it. So you're the worst person ever in the history of time. And you're dangerous to the whole world. And I know you're so narcissistic, you got a mindset, if I go, everybody go. You sick, man. You so sick, you don't know you sick.
That's right.
When you really sick.
I think he knows he's sick. I think he likes his sickness. I think he's so sick he likes his sickness. I think that if you look at the qualities of a narcissistic, if you name some of the characteristics of a narcissist will see that as positive. Like, oh, I have great leadership skills. Oh, I can lead the crowd. Oh, I can do this and do that. I think he knows. I think he likes it. I think he can see what it's doing. But to the point what you just said, Dr. Jeremiah, I think that, well, first of all, I already know Donald Trump don't care about none of this. Okay. Donald Trump don't care he don't care about ICE. He doesn't care about all of this. Is as a strategist, I know the biggest thing to get a good conquer is to start a good divide. And as long as we keep paying attention to all of the divisions and all the mess and all the chaos to the left, nobody's paying attention how he's lining his pockets on the right and all of his family and all of these other people. So he's okay. Once you have built a tolerance for trillion people hating you, you don't care who hates you. He doesn't care about the talk. He doesn't care. And he probably has learned to keep himself away from the talk, which is why he's controlling the media on what they're going to say and how they're going to do things. So he's hearing a lot more praise than he is things, because he's probably being protected from the criticisms. And he's probably has that as a directive for his staff to make sure he's being protected from criticisms, because that keeps him driven in the way of the money. So all of this stuff it doesn't matter. Oh, they killed a woman. Oh, my alleged friend got shot in front of everybody. All that does is causes chaos. So we can look to the left while he's lining his pockets when we're supposed to be over here looking to the right. It's all the distraction. So
No, but Marcy, let me say this. Nah, he listens to criticism because that's what he spend too much damn time doing. He sits on that phone. I don't know if he sit on the toilet or what. He sits on that phone and looks at the Twitter, and that's why he shoots back at people. And if you don't agree with him, them people, he sees. Look how he went after Jimmy Kimmel. And those media outlets that he cannot control. Those are the people that he goes against to, because if you're not with his agenda, I will give him this. He don't give a damn. He's gonna call you out. He's gonna try to ruin you.
I feel like he listens to the criticism. He's react to the criticisms that they couldn't filter.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah.
If they're too much in control of the media.
Mm-hmm.
The media can't say what they want to say because he wants to control that. So he's controlling how people are talking about him. He's controlling his own access. And as a person, for myself, I have to do that kind of stuff for myself, for my own nervous system. Yeah. For my own nervous system, I used to be a administrator in the school, and I knew I was making decisions that people didn't like, but they didn't see the whole picture. So I had to guard my own filters walking into the building sometime, because I had to push forward with the way my vision went, And so but sometimes you have teachers that's gonna kick that door open and say, I don't care if you won't hear me or not.
Yeah.
that I had
You're gonna
3.
hear me today.
Yo, you're gonna hear me, but most
Mm.
of the people who tried to get to me, uh, uh, office manager, can you make sure that my door's shut? Nobody can come to me. Like I put up guards for me, safeguards, so I can get in my office and do the work that some people may not have liked. And so I think that he has his safeguards in, but some things he can't filter. So he reacts to the bigger things that you can't filter. Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah.
Jimmy
Yeah.
Kimmel's too big, so then it gets through. But you have all of these small news outlets and things. They if they're not on TikTok, they're over. You know, he's filtered them all out.
Yeah.
So I think that right now what he's doing is the Great Divide. He's doing
Yeah.
the Great Divide while he's lining his pockets. I personally feel like he's not American. I think that he is, and I don't mean not American as far as I mean I've never met another Trump ever as a last name in this country.
Wow.
And so it's kind of like, where are you really from? The things that he's doing is 1940s Germany. It's plain and obvious. He's reading in dictator rule books, and even the other dictators don't like him. And so because as his narcissism won't let him play along with them, that makes them equals. He's gonna always want to be greater. He really is an evil being. But I heard a sermon that said because I needed some calmness in my spirit because I was too angry. I was too angry, and it said that everything I already know everything leads to joy. Everything leads to joy. And the sermon was basically saying sometimes these kind of big shifts have to happen so people can wake up and see what's really going on, you know. And I'm just praying that the reason for all of this is just going to make itself plain and clear one day because it is a whole mess.
It
You know,
is, but I think
we know you got that 300 million barrels of gasoline, but how much money did you make off of that, Donald Trump? Like,
yes.
so
If I
it's
see
just
any
it's all
silver lining,
chaos.
if I
These
see any silver
I saw an
lining,
article, these farms are going under, but then I saw an article, so allegedly, JD Vance is a person who owns a company that buys foreclosed farms. But
yep,
then
that
all of a sudden the farmlands, all the farms in America are getting closing
pretty
down
close.
because of beef and because of soybeans and all these other kind of things they're trying to blame. But no. So now JD Vance company that he's quietly the head the person leading his company buys foreclosed farms. So now we have in the first time in history in decades that all of these farms are going into foreclosure and all of a sudden our government is the reason these farms are going into foreclosure, but the person leading the companies buying them is the vice president of the United States. These are all distractions for chaos to line pockets, everything.
Yep.
Joe, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Marcy, can you hear me?
And I can't tell if y'all are talking because now I can't hear anything again. So
okay.
So this time when I
Well, I
log off,
was
I'm gonna
just
go ahead and
saying that
say
if there's any silver lining, I think it was because we needed to come outside. Everybody had been kind of secluded and in their own little world, more so since COVID, I think. And it's forcing people to unite across what we perceive as barriers of race, class, things of that nature. So I think the unity factor and the freedom fighter factor are the things that are coming out that we needed to get back to, and hopefully we're back to that space and it's not as divisive. Trying to bring our number one freedom fighter back online. Can you hear me, Minister?
Thank you. I had to go get a wire to stick on this computer. I won't never open up again without one on it. I promise you that. Give us our next clip, Miss Catherine. Did you find that what Willie D had? What the whistleblower?
I did.
Let's play it.
There we go. Just 1 second, folks.
Willie D Live.
What's up, family? We got TMZ footage of Donald Trump, your president, flipping off a Ford worker who called him a pedophile protector. Check it out. Did I say your president? Family. Not only is Donald Trump the worst president of all time, he's not just the worst president in U.S. history. He is the worst president by far in all of history. Yes. This dude is ghetto for real.
Come on.
They like to use ghetto as a synonym for Black politicians and really pretty much anybody who they don't like when they stand up for themselves.
Come on.
First thing they yell, oh, it's ghetto, ghetto, ghetto. They're really saying, they really want to say, it's really a euphemism for the N-word, right? We all know that, right? Family, I don't think some of y'all understand what I'm saying. If this was an isolated incident, a one-off, one might be inclined to extend grace to Trump. But this is who he is. This dude has a history of unpresidential and classless acts. I'm going to stick to the facts, and you be the judge. Check this out. Trump has mocked a disabled reporter at a 2015 rally, a moment that drew bipartisan condemnation. He's insulted Gold Star families, including publicly feuding with the family of a fallen U.S. soldier. He's referred to certain countries as shithole countries, language even Republican lawmakers admitted crossed the line. He's used Twitter to insult world leaders, allies included, often escalating tensions instead of calming them down. He's called women degrading names like dogs, nasty, or worse, including journalists and political opponents. He's threw paper towels at hurricane victims in Puerto Rico, a moment that many saw as tone deaf during a humanitarian crisis. He's openly bragged about sexual behavior on tape, saying that his fame allowed him to cross boundaries most people would be condemned for. Remember? You grab him by the, you know what? He's held campaign-styled rallies while in office, frequently attacking Americans rather than uniting them. He's publicly threatened journalists, calling the press the enemy of the people, rhetoric historically associated with authoritarian regimes. He's refused to commit to accepting election results before votes were cast, breaking a long-standing Democratic norm. He's encouraged supporters to rough up protesters at rallies, joking about violence instead of condemning it. He's used the presidency to settle personal grudges, naming individuals repeatedly instead of addressing policy. He spent extensive time attacking late-night comedians, athletes, and private citizens, behavior more typical of a celebrity feud than a head of state. The trumpets are quick to say, Willie D, you just a Democrat shield, that's all. You just don't like Trump. And, first of all, I'm independent. I am a free thinker for real. Yeah, free thinker right here. Glad to meet you. Yeah, anyway, secondly, this is not about policy disagreement. Presidents argue policy all the time. This is about tone, restraint, and whether the office is treated with dignity and not as a reality show.
Come on,
This
man.
is exactly what this is, fam. This dude is hopping on Twitter. Well, not Twitter, his failed Truth Social network, daily, just going off, just clowning. You know, when his first term was Twitter, his tweet every morning. And now, this is what he do. He's a head of state. No other head of state in the entire world is hopping on social media every morning, ranting, just calling out enemies and talking about what he don't like and who he do like and what he gonna do to this person and what he gonna do to that person. And, you know, this dude, like, what kind of woman could be attracted to a dude like that? He got girl in him. Like, that's man, look. And you know what? Let me take that back because that's insulting to women. So let me take that back. He got girl in him. He got something else in him. I don't know what it is, but he got something else in him. Don't know what it is, but this is behavior unbecoming of a president. This dude is the head of state and he acts like a regular old loser. He really talks like he lost the election. If you listen to him talk, you would think Biden was still the president because even his minions talk about Biden all the time. Biden and Obama, all the time. They just, Obama. What about Obama? What about Biden? What about Obama? Just kicking the can down the road. Say, man, let me tell you something. If I was the president, I'm stepping in. I'm going to make y'all forget about every other president. I'm going to be that good, man. I'm going to be so good. I'll make you forget about everybody else. And I'm going to stand on business. You know what? Since Trump came in office, remember when before he got in, he said, first day, I'm going to sign an executive order for this, executive order for this, that. I'm doing executive orders. Let me see what my first executive order would be.
It's kind of long. I let it go on a little longer than normal, but we're going to pause it right there for your reaction.
You did a great job. You did a great job. Let's go. What's the next clip?
That's all you got to say is he did a great job. What would your first executive order be?
My first executive order?
If you were president, what would your first executive order be?
Well, that's my first thing is to make sure all the people in America have insurance, whether they can afford it or not. That would be my number two. I would change the diet what Miss Obama was doing. That food them children eating is bad. They finally got some saturated hot dogs out of there. And I would do everything I could to give reparation back to the people that's built this whole country. We owe them over $90 trillion. I would be man enough to see that my daddy would have had the money he had to be for slavery. So I would give them back that and a few Wall Streets. I would give back to people to try to make this economy grow and put the best people in the best places, and so we could grow together. That's what I would do.
Love that. What about you, Joe?
Yeah, first thing first, I would do reparations out the gate.
Right out the gate. I really believe I meant to say that. Yeah. I thought about it when I missed it.
Yeah, I'm going reparations straight out the gate. You understand? And that right there, I think, would solve so many problems. Get us back to where we deserve to be. Selfishly, I would address the college student loan debt issue. I would void all of that. All these presidents have been promising that. They don't understand how much that is hampering people in their lives, their credit scores. I mean, these kids, we were told to get a college education. That's what you're supposed to do. We didn't know that you would be paying for that and be paying for that for the rest of your life. Sally Mae and all of them, all those all those big bank providers are making all this money off this interest. I would knock all that out. So those would be my first two things. And then essentially, I'm going after everybody that was at that Epstein Island. The way they put us on down, the way they suppressed us with the criminal justice system. I'm taking our criminal justice system and I'm putting it on pointing the light at who it should be pointed and directed at. That's these big corporations, these CEOs, these Caucasian men that think they run the world and can do whatever they want and treat people whatever way they want without any consequences. No, we're taking the criminal justice system back in our hands and we point that light and we locking up those who really deserve to be locked up. Like these young black men are being locked up for some petty crimes, petty marijuana and things of this nature, while these people are making profit after profit after profit off of these drugs and off of the things like that we're locked in. I'm outlawing all private prison systems because that's how they make money as well. It's nothing but modern day slavery. So we're definitely getting rid of that. So yeah, I
You
got
got
a
a
long
to-do
list.
list. You got a serious
Hey,
to-do
they
list.
better not let me in the White House, but but nah.
Oh man, I love that. Just thinking about it. Good Lord. So I guess let's see what we have next.
The rebuilding respect for women in America.
Yes, we do. We're gonna circle back to that topic, but I did find a video that I think you would appreciate a lot, and this is on Andre Dickens on relocating people to affordable housing.
We took it was 800 residents. We, to a person, got them to safe, affordable housing, gave them all new furniture. Because I can't take that furniture that's got rat and termite and bed bugs and all that stuff, all your clothes, everything. We filled their refrigerators with all new food.
800 people?
800 people spread out in a city that's tight on affordable housing. And I threatened every landlord. I said, because these people ain't got no credit scores that's worth nothing no more, not really.
Which thing, Pastor?
Say it again.
Oh, that was it. It was a short clip.
That was good. That was wonderful. He was very intelligent. Very intelligent. We got a lot of intelligent brothers and sisters, and we're going to do all we can to expose them. I can't wait for we get on the other stage with Wild and Out and Atlanta Housewife and all that. We going on there, and we're going to be the only one to have solutions. We are going to make it. We're going to get on there.
I'm glad you said that because I had a question before we get into another clip. It was really from the show yesterday, so I was hoping that the brothers would be back, but I'd like you and Joe's thoughts on this. It was said, I want to say it was Brother Jamal that said that the breakdown or the issues that affect Black women was the breakdown of the nucleus family and the man no longer being in the home. And we understand that. We know that that causes problems. But even with the man not being there, which he's still not there in a lot of ways in many homes, what is the solution? How do women fill that gap for a man that's not there or not present?
All right, Joe, I'm listening.
I mean, first and foremost, as long as you got God in your life, honestly, I'm a big believer that, hey, and we've seen our Black women do it for generations. It's not that the Black man, of course, was taken our left. He was removed. We were removed from the household. Unfortunately, that's a struggle that Black women have had to deal with for generations in this country. Unfortunately, it's kind of in their DNA to be able to survive. Now, That's not saying it's right. Now I will say for women in my generation, getting to the 40s, mid 40s, late 30s, there's a divide where it becomes with some professional black women kind of not wanting to date down or marry down to just average working men. And there's a lot of average working black men out here, and they kind of get a bad rep. And I believe that the way this country and the media and how this has all been portrayed the same way that black men were removed by the prison system. Now I believe that they're using the media and entertainment because they make it seem as if you have to be this certain level of rich or wealthy, or you have to do this certain this that and the other. From when I was growing up, what I saw was my parents, two black people build together. You don't come into a situation if your man is not, if you're smarter than your man or more educated than your man, then you help him build. That's the way I believe. That's the way our communities were built back before they were destroyed. When it was a black man and a black woman together, they worked together. I saw my grandparents work together. My grandfather, he had Brahma bulls, and my grandmother, she worked the hens, the gooses, the chickens, the eggs. You understand? They ran a farm together, and that's something that's also missing because we'll get to the point to where they see this bullshit on TV, these reality shows where it's supposed to be just money and taking care of. No, you build something together, and or you help, or either way, and that's only if you do want a male in your home. I've seen a lot of these women and women I went to school with, educated women, that feel as if they don't need a man in their home. And that's even sad when they have children, because I believe that every household, especially if you're raising sons, I believe that a male is needed in that household to properly raise a young black male, especially in these times. So that's a very complicated question. I know I gave an elaborated answer, but those are just my thoughts when I see, because that's a very big conversation that people are having these days. Unfortunately, that's still a hard problem because the prison system is still taking young black men at a increasingly dangerously rate, and there's not too many much more of us left. So the direction this country is heading in, that's going to be a very hard feat to meet.
Minister?
Joe answered it. So they did that to divide. It's a thing where the women came on. I sent it to you, where the women come on and they speak about how they made us fight each other and come against each other. And the black man, the black woman should be together. Okay. The only thing they didn't say, the black man and the black woman that's intelligent in the spirit of God, but two people don't be together and both of them ignorant. That's an insult to injury. One of them got to have some sense to wake the other one up if they wakeable. So again, out of the relationships in America, uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, in 5 years, 89% of the people divorcing. Let's it changed yesterday. Why? Money. So how do 2% have 250 up? 98% got 250 down. So these people done rocked us to sleep. And if they repaired us, like Joe said, if they repaired us with our reparation, it would change the whole world. And they would see a sovereign country. They would be so respectful and honorary that they righting their wrongs for the first time. You repaired everybody but us. And our Indian brother, you put them on the reservation. So again, we lost over 100 million. These people are life takers. They are animals. And you can see it through Donald Trump and the vice president. So that's why we are on this subject, rebuilding the respect for women in America. Once you rebuild and give respect to the women in America, once we get there, and we'll get there, it'll change the whole perspective. Because a lot of women, they ain't caught hold of what we're doing. It's coming now. All behind our sister, Renee Nicole Good. It's coming. God
can
used
respect that it's coming, but
It's
still,
coming.
I don't know. I'm kind of like, I want to know what I can do like right now. And I'm one of those
What you
women.
doing? What you doing?
No,
Put
I
this
mean,
show up, reaching
no.
millions of people with the what you brought this
In my personal life, not professional, because with my professional life, what I've always run into, whether I'm dating the man or not, or involved in a relationship, is a power struggle and people wanting to put me in my quote unquote place and not accepting me for who I am and what I am. I'm a boss. That's just what that is.
Go
There's
ahead.
nothing wrong with that.
That's
You
just
just got to get
period
a
point
man that
blank.
accepts the
But
boss woman.
I don't hold that over anybody's head. And I've always been the type of woman that will support you in doing what it is that you want to do. But a lot of times I have found, and this has been attorneys that I've dated, doctors that I've dated, I've sports agents, wildfire suppression company owners, from here to there, honey, from here to there. It's always amounted in the same thing, is that it boils down to some type of competition, or I need to fall back in what I'm doing in order to be the mat for their dreams. And that's just not how Catherine was built. So
Well, young
that's
lady,
what I've found. And
let me
that's
help
what,
you out. Let me not to cut you off. Let me help you out.
mm-hmm.
You're completely correct. You just have to deal with a man more mature that want a woman that's successful, that want a woman that boss. He the boss, she the boss. It can be two bosses in the same house. It's just honoring one another and being able to take constructive criticism of one another. If he got a woman, that's like me marrying Oprah Winfrey right now. And I tell Oprah Winfrey, you ain't the boss no more. She got $4 billion, I got $4. Come on, man. Come on. So I'm at to deal with her on the intellectual part that she's a better entrepreneur than me. When she get home, I have to deal with her because I got more spirit than her. So she having problem with that place over. Now, I didn't know to the day that $60 million she spent, she been having problems with that school over there, trying to keep the right people over there to stop doing things they've been doing. I didn't even know that was going on. But I'm going to get you to send something to Oprah and ask me to send me over there and let me deal with them and put the right people in the right place, because that's what I master in, Oprah Winfrey. You got the wrong people over there that's over them children, just creating them problems. 4 or 5 times you had to fly over there and apologize for that buffoonery and foolishness because you ain't got the right place, people in the right place. You have to have the right people in the right place. And we need to bring all our women up that's qualified and that want to do what's right for this country, for their babies, for their husbands, for their children, and break this generational lie and curse and have a generational blessing. That's what this means by rebuilding respect for women in America. This is serious. 72% of the women in America, I apologize, not 72%, every 3 seconds a woman is raped. All these rape kits are hidden. They don't do nothing with them. They got thousands of rape kits all over the country.
Yep.
So again, they don't give a damn. We even got daytime rape. And then 1 million black
You
women.
have to say graped. Please say graped,
okay,
or essayed.
What I'm supposed to say?
Essayed.
1 million black women been taken advantage of sexually. Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay. Been taken advantage of sexually and sex taken from them. And 1 million women have been kidnapped, taken, and we don't know where they're at. And they sell them for their body parts. If $5,000 out of $80 million in America, if $10,000 come up missing right now, it'll shut America down.
Yep.
But the most important person in the world, the mother of earth, 1 million of them, Joe, been taken in the last 10 years, and you don't hear nobody say nothing but me. Google it. You're going to see Johnny Biden. That's it. Everybody's scared of this government, man. And these pastors, the same Sunday morning disco, style show, political horse center. Same thing. Same thing, same thing. Ain't but a few of our pastors. And that's why I take up for Jamal Bryant. That's why I take up for Freddie Haynes. I take up for pastors that I know, even my man Friendship West. Man, come on, Friendship West. No, Church of No Walls, Ralph West. He done start speaking more. Bishop Dixon, he been working with Al Sharpton. We need our pastors. Pastor Jay, he need to come on. Pastor Miller got a big voice. I'm going to try to open up a hip-hop school at his other church. Pastor Miller, I'm putting it out there. Let me have that church where I can open up a hip-hop church. And when the people say, what do hip-hop mean? Hip-hop mean the children think they hip, and I hop them over to God. I hop them over to Jesus. That's what it means. So again, ladies and gentlemen, rebuilding respect for our women in America. You have another clip because we won't have long. We got about 10 more minutes. So come on, what clip you got?
If we have that, if we have that on, okay, we have this one. And this is my gift to my sisters out there.
Dear Black women, the world is a heavy place right now, so I want to speak directly to you.
I see you taking care of everyone else, but not asking for the same in return.
You don't have to carry the weights, but you do. And the weights that are carried are innumerable. But none of these weights were meant to be carried alone.
While you may feel the heaviness, I want you to know that I'm here to carry some of that for you. Let me get that for you.
If there's a weight, I'll carry it. If there's a road, I'll walk it.
I'll be here to stand with you, to support you, to protect you.
I need you to know that you don't have to ask.
Brothers, this is a call to step up. We'll fight for you to be heard because it's worth fighting for every day.
You're allowed to take up space.
To say no, to choose yourself.
You're allowed to break and still be loved.
You just have to be you.
Fully. Unapologetically. Joyfully.
Your beauty, your grace, and wisdom. And you're fine as hell.
Without you, there's nothing, and with you, there's everything, and thank you just isn't enough.
To my sisters, y'all are welcome. Whatever flavor you like that was up there, you're welcome. But I know that those are all the words that we want to hear.
That was the greatest thing we could have ever closed on, to me, on the planet Earth. I love each and every one of them, Joe. I don't know if Marcy anywhere around has seen it, but that was so powerful that make sure you send that to my phone. I want that, and I want to play it. I want to play it for the rest of the week. That is powerful because all women, but the Black woman is the mother of earth, and she goes through more hell than anybody. And let me say what they said, but I'm going to say it in a different way. We owe y'all. I owe you, Catherine. We owe Joe wife. We owe Jackie. We owe all our women. We owe you. We have not been there for you like we should. That go for me too. I've been there, but not completely like I should. We have to honor our women, because when you honor her, you honor God. Don't miss this, Joe. Because a lot of people get in their emotions. She thinks she all that. Don't get away from that old silly thought. Fool, she is all of that. Ain't no think she all that. She's all of that. She's the mother of earth. She's the second self of God. Proverbs started off 31:10, 31, the 10th verse, the 21st verse on the verses woman. God says she's more valuable than rubies. So she's not pleasure, she's treasure. So don't try to pleasurize her, treasurize her. We don't know who the woman is. I be letting these boys make it. They don't know who she is. They do not know. American government don't even know that she is the second self of God. She's the mother of earth. All life comes from her. And she's not a B. She's not an A. She's not a one-night stand. I don't give a damn what she do. There's no such thing as a no good woman. There's a no good man made it that way. We touching them and molesting them when they're 7 and 8, touching on their breasts, touching them on their, playing with them and touching them. Then they messed up psychologically. And that's why a lot of women turn away from men, because they've been hurt so much. I don't know the percentage of them that go the other way, but believe me, we done push some of them that way. So it's ugly what us males done. And I know all these men, I've never done that. Shut the hell up. Every man on the planet done disrespected a woman in some manner, whether he know or don't know. And what we need to do, Joe, is let our wife and our women know we love you. And love ain't no having sex with you. Love is giving you freedom, giving you justice, and giving you equality. Whether I'm with you or not, you deserve that. That's where we got to get to. And I'm standing on it. And I debate anybody on the planet Earth what I'm saying. And I'll put my life up for what I'm saying. And they won't win, Joe.
I hear you.
They
Amen.
won't win.
Amen.
They will not win. They do not know who the woman is. They don't know. They blind, they deaf, and dumb. She's not a whore. She's not a one-night stand. She ain't no prostitute. Why do you think the prostitute became the greatest woman in the Bible and became the tree? Well, Mary, I love Mary, but Mary ain't the one. It was nice for Mary. She's not. Rahab is number one, brother. That's a prostitute. Yes, she was. She's number one, though. She hid the men, the electrician, the plumbers. Nobody else hid the men. God allowed them to come to her because God knew what she would do. She lied, hid them in the house where there was prostituting at. When the people come, she said, oh, no, they're not here. If they was here, we'd be having sex with them. Huh? I'm on top of the roof. When they left, one out of the three angels came down. One of the angels said that Solomon, not Solomon, but Solomon, he said that I have to tell the truth. Young lady, I'm marrying you. He didn't ask her, Joe. He told her. And she said, me? A prostitute? No. That's why when I went to Kathy Griffin's show, I told the women twice, you're not prostitute. You was acting out something you're not. You're a good actor. You need Academy Award, though. You're a good actor.
Yeah.
But that ain't who you are. You're not a prostitute. You're not a hoe. You acting out something you're not. You're only what God made you. And that's how ignorant we are. We keep giving to the world what the world made you. And you want to call the women what the world made them, but you won't never call them what God made them. And all of you bastards and animals that's participating in this madness, you're going to hell with a gasoline jacket on. You can believe that. You won't get away. All of you out there putting your hand on a woman, you're a coward. Any man hit a woman, you're a coward. You're not a man, you're a male. Because a man won't hit a woman. Because a man is the walking manifestation of God. So he ain't going to put his hand on a woman. And Captain put it up here. Rebuilding the respect for women in America. Really the world. So we need to stop our character assassination. We need to stop putting our hand on them. And we need to stop slapping them and hitting them. And if we, Joe, this to me and you, we want to take our women and lift them up to God.
Yeah.
When you do that, young men, y'all hear me, because ain't nobody taught you. When you lift a woman up to God, you make a blessing come to you automatically. The same way Jacob wrestled with God and held on to him and became Israel. When you respect the woman, you're respecting God, and God gonna give you favor. That's why I got favor, because I'm not that I'm perfect, because I'm perfected. I'm perfecting myself, and I protect more women in the state of Texas than any man I know. That's just a fact. That's what I do. They call me from everywhere. That's what I do. Candace, Dr. Candace, came straight to her and told everybody, leave her alone. Now look at her now. She's running all over the country. Leave her alone. That's my family. I told 4 men, leave her alone. And went to him and told him. One of the guys tried to pay me to stop. I said, no, sir, brother. So again, we have to honor and protect our women. Kathy Griffin called me, hey, I got you, sister. The judge called me, hey, I got you, sister. The judges called me when they wanted to run I prayed for 11 of them at Kirby John Church. None of their feet, and all 9 of them went in. So again, Joe, I've been blessed.
No.
Whitney Houston, Nita Baker, and Miss Jacqueline to push, and Miss Selena, Miss Bunny Jean Bassett, Miss Beaumont, to take women, Sharon Pope, and lift the women up to God.
Yeah.
Not that I'm perfect, but I'm being perfected, doing my best. And I'm going to keep on doing my best. And the rest of this week and next week, we'll be talking about women. Because Renee Nicole Good should be here with us. Y'all going to hide that bastard, going to hide that animal, and put protection on it. Why are you putting protection on it? Because you know he's guilty. If he was innocent, why are you hiding it? If he didn't do nothing, why are you hiding it? But let me tell you something, United Snake government, you Donald Trump, you're part of it. Y'all can hide him all you want. He's going to be indicted. Because the murder thing don't go away. If another president got to do it, he will be indicted. But God already indicted him. No matter where y'all moved him, God is there. He's going to get what he got to serve him. And God would not allow this to go away. And God allowed his beautiful sister to be killed. To do this, Joe.
My
Some
hair.
of us gonna do this, Joe. Thank you. Look at you. Some of us gonna do this, man. That woman should be alive. Breonna Taylor should be alive. Pamela Turner in Baytown should be alive. Shot her 2 to the head, 2 to the body. Breonna Taylor 31 times while she sleep. I don't know how you feel. You sleeping down. You don't even get a chance to wake up to wave. I mean, come on, man. This is crazy. And then our sister in Prairie
Sandra Bland.
Sandra Bland. Cause she her window, and she said, "No, put your cigarette out." A cigarette, and you snatch out the car, then allow her to tell me she committed suicide. This woman was a genius. Suicide wasn't even on her mind. So, yeah, man. So again, man, 4 little girls in the church up there, in Alabama somewhere, firebombed the church. Then I just found out a month ago, Joe, 1863.
Minister, you on fire at the end, and we got 3 minutes, and that's about how long it takes for the exit to process on out. So can we just kind of park the fire and stoke it up for tomorrow?
I promise I will, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know how I caught on fire, but Joe wired me up. Joe wired me up. I'll see you in the morning, Joe. We got work to do. We got life to save.
Yeah.
And ladies and gentlemen, we love you. And we saying it again. Rebuilding respect for our women in America. Yeah. Joe Kelly, the lawyer, the man that will protect you and fight for you. Joe, close it out.
Just let Joe know. Just let JoeKnow.com. Personal injury and criminal defense. Everybody stay blessed. Have a good night. Let's get up and get it in the morning. Praise God.
Oh, praise God. Peace,
Praise
fam. Like, subscribe, share.